get ready for the replay. Okay, we're live. Hi, Shannon. Good morning.
Good morning, Lori. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I'm not on camera. I don't have to be camera ready today.
You mean I had to take a shower for this?
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't know that was an option. Just saying. I'm
We
just,
could have we could have showed you working on something, and you wouldn't have had to take a shower.
well, yeah, but yeah, there is that. So, good morning, everybody. Everybody in the replay and the chat and everything. We greatly appreciate you showing up the day before Mother's Day if you're in the United States. And if you're a mommy, happy Mother's Day early. And if you're not a mommy, but you have a mommy, go make sure your mommy feels like she's been loved. So there is that, right?
I'm nodding. I'm sorry you can't see me.
I know. We just see your paper. It's like,
That's awkward. It's very awkward.
I thought we were gonna see your face too. Look, I brought my coffee cup.
Oh, ooh, which one? Is that a Joanne's cup?
It is. It's one of the Joanne's ones. The what does it say? In my stitching era.
Oh.
Yep.
I like purple.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I like the lavender. I like the purple. I've got overalls on today. I was the purple shirt with it, but look at that. See all my purple and everything. Look at
overalls, awesome.
Aren't those adorable? Hubby talked me into getting them.
Those are way cuter than regular overalls.
Yeah, he talked me into getting them. I think this is since being a kid, the first time having a set of overalls, and they really are cute. I mean, he was good. He's like, honey, they look good, and I'm a little awkward and like, clothes shopping. It's the first time we've gone clothes shopping in a while for one thing. So of course I'm awkward on just any clothes, right? And he's like, sweetie, they look adorable. I'm like, I don't know, I'm too old to wear overalls, so they look cute on you. Yeah, like, okay, all right.
So hey, we got our first person showed up, and it's Rena. It's not Rena. It's Amanda. I remember I watched the chat last night, and Amanda.
Happy Mother's Day, Amanda. Thank you for being here. I think Lori is going to be doing diamond painting. That is a craft that I have not jumped in on, but Lori's going to show us. She's going to show us that we either want to do this or we're like, nope, I got enough crafts. I don't know. So Lori is wonderful and has volunteered to be the guinea pig for all of us. So I think that is amazing. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for your kind service.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I did a trial run last night to see if everything was going to work. And yeah, it's a little awkward to do this on camera. I don't know how the other girls have their setup or the other channels have their setup done. But my eyes, I have a little magnifying glass. I'll show you guys. I'll take a picture of it or something. And it's like I have to look at it real close, but then I don't have room for my pen to put the dot on.
These are like little tiny things. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. Good morning and happy Mother's Day. How's the day before? But we don't know what everyone's going to be doing tomorrow. Everyone and their mother's going to be out. You're going to have mediocre food and bad service, but you'll be with family and it'll be great. Yeah, that's the way I always look at it. I was like, do you want to go out for Mother's Day? And that was my pat answer for years. Are you kidding? Everyone and their mother's out. I don't want to go out today. No, we'll do it on another day.
Yes, exactly. That and Valentine's Day. You don't want to go out.
Yeah, so that's been my pat answer for years. And now that I'm grandma of so many kids and everything, now I'm like, okay, we could do that. But for so many years, it's like, no, And, everyone has the different lives. If I can get them all together on one day, then I take advantage of it now.
But well, I was in California my whole life until now. And the best time to go to Disneyland was during big events like this, because the only people there were the tourists from out of the country and out of town. The locals didn't go. So it was less crowded back then. Now it doesn't matter. But yeah. Super Bowl Sunday, the place was almost empty once. It was awesome.
Wow. I would have done, that makes sense. I'm not a football player, fan, whatever. They'll make references at work, that it's the Super Bowl weekend. I'm like, what? Sport ball? What? I know around when it is, because one of my friends used to every year throw a Super Bowl party, and we would go, and it was a knitting friend, and we would bring our yarn and stuff and knit and crochet and have all the foods and stuff. And the game was on, and you were allowed to watch the game if you chose to. And everyone pretty much got quiet during the commercials, and the rest of it was like, whatever. I don't understand football. I just don't. Everyone's different.
I
I've never
like
gotten.
it because I can go to a bar and drink if I want to. I know how it's played, but that's the only
Right.
time I ever watch it is if I'm with somebody else and then we're watching it. That's it.
Well,
I,
for me, I'm a lightweight, and it's not good. I
no,
don't like to drink in public because I'm a lightweight, and it's one of those. Sometimes one beer is totally fine. Two or three beers, if you're there long enough, is fine. No issues. I'm not driving. No, no, I'm not driving.
right,
But
right.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm with my husband. And other times, one beer, and I'm like, oh baby, no. So I don't know how fast anything's gonna hit me. Um, so I just don't drink in public. Unless my husband's there, and then that saves all sorts of things because no one's going to take advantage of me, and if somebody does, it's him, and I'm okay with that, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
rules. It's rules. Yeah, boundaries and rules. It's a promise I made to my mom years ago too.
well, that's nice.
Yeah,
And she's no matter where she's at, she's gonna know.
exactly, exactly.
Here or not, she's gonna know.
Yeah, so I don't begrudge anyone else alcohol. It's not that I don't drink. I just don't generally. It's just not. Well, either way, it's not an
I
every
don't
weekend activity. Let's put it that way.
I don't drink alone. I don't. It just makes me sleepy, so that's boring to me. Why just why?
Yeah,
It's
have,
just if
have
I'm gonna fall asleep, why?
have a beer, have a whatever in there. One of the drinks that I do enjoy is Bloody Mary. I like the Bloody Marys, and those are such a mystery because if you've seen them before, if you've had them, I don't know where you are on the drinking scale, right? Everyone else in the chat, Bloody Marys can come out and a glass full of ice, not bigger than this, smaller than this, everything full of ice, tomato juice, maybe spiced, maybe not, vodka or tequila or whatever they put in there. And it can be very plain like that. Or it can have like a vegetable salad thing on top. I mean, I've had them, you just don't know what you're going to get with a Bloody Mary. When I was in Maryland, they had one with a crab claw sticking out of it. And then instead of salt around the rim, it was Old Bay seasoning, and then you had all sorts of other
Wow.
pickled vegetables and stuff. I love the pickled vegetables. I really do. I don't eat crab anymore, but it was good at the time, and it was a unique experience. So that's just like like a Forrest Gump and a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're gonna get. You can just have a tomato juice and alcohol in it up to, oh my gosh, I've got a meal in a cup. And yeah,
They do that now. You can find them with burgers on top of them, just like a whole brunch.
that
It's
is
nuts.
crazy. I haven't seen it, but I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. You can have pickled asparagus, and also I love pickled vegetables. So to
Mhm.
me, that's fantastic. So that's one that I do enjoy. But again, I'm a lightweight, and having a Bloody Mary at a breakfast, or when they have the mimosas. Hey, um, like the mall here, we have an outlet mall, and they have moms and mimosas. You can buy a ticket for $10-15. I don't know how much it is, and you go to the center of the mall or whatever, and they have a little grab bag, and the grab bag is coupons. It's coupons for the mall is what it is, right? And they have a couple of donuts and fruits and what have you, and then a plastic flute of champagne. Your little ticket gets you one or two flutes of champagne. The idea is to get drunk first thing in the morning, go shopping, and spend money. Um, but again, the idea of a mimosa sounds great, but first thing in the morning, oh no, are you kidding? Do you want me to be able to walk around the mall? I'm just saying, I'm gonna have to sit there all day. No, thank you. You guys go have fun.
The
I'm just saying that's
Sunday
kind of cool.
brunches was my favorite meal, and I would tell the guy, "You keep the champagne coming, and you're going to get a good tip." And my glass was always full, and I didn't
Nice.
I didn't dilute it. I didn't do the mimosa. I did the champagne because I had the food to dilute the drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean that was my favorite thing with Sunday brunch. We had a place we went to, and they had like a chocolate fondue. They had the
Ooh.
salmon and lox. They had roasted garlic, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
And Jennifer
And then the
likes the
Mexican,
margaritas.
yeah,
Jennifer.
the margaritas.
Yep. Jennifer likes the margaritas. I craved different alcohols through all of my pregnancies. I did not drink them, but I craved them. And because of that, I let all of my kids know I craved alcohol when I was pregnant with you. You might not want to drink. The first one, it was Bailey's, and my oldest son, Bailey's alcohol. And at that time, because he's in his 30s, they didn't have Bailey's flavored everything, right? So
Yeah.
I literally had a bottle of Bailey's that we took from place to place because military, right? From station to station for at least 6 years that I did not get a chance to drink because I had 6 years that were I called them my breeding years. I was pregnant, nursing, or both, right? So I had at least that much time. I wouldn't drink it. Didn't matter if I craved it. Are you kidding? I'm not going to drink alcohol while I'm pregnant. But I craved Bailey's, and they didn't have Bailey's flavored everything. And then with the other two, I craved the margarita. I was there. I made slushies, right? So I had, especially like with the third one, my second son, he knows, he remembers, like, mommy made slushies, right? That's what I would do, is because you could get the mixer and make a slushie and like, okay, I got the flavor, I'm good. I don't need the alcohol. I don't need everything else. So I was able to manage that craving, but the Baileys I couldn't manage. Now it'd be a snap. They've got Bailey's ice cream. Hello, right? I'd have been set. But I just thought that was kind of funny. And at that point in our lives, we didn't drink because it was a choice of pay rent, keep the kids fed, drink alcohol. I chose wisely. Alcohol was not in our house. That was a later thing, that alcohol was something, because it's not a necessity, so we just didn't buy it. But it was crazy that I craved it. I'm like, oh, yep. Bailey's I couldn't do, but the others I could cover. Now anything else I could cover. Like, oh, mama's having a slushie.
Yes, you can. You can even
Right.
do, to get that sweet and sour. And then I like the salt. I do like mine on the rocks. I don't like them blended. Jennifer, do you do blended or do you like rocks? I like I always, because you get the head rush, the headache with the slushy stuff, but then it also dilutes it,
Yeah.
and you have to drink more of them to get the buzz. So yeah, I would think, why bother drinking something that's not going to get you buzzed? Why drink it at all? So if that's the whole point, because you can get the flavor without the alcohol. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but anyway, blended, yeah, she does. When I was in my 20s, we would have our parties, and our parties were strawberry daiquiris. We would have, everybody would bring stuff. I mean, we would bring blenders, we would bring, people bring bags of ice, and the secret to it was, we had the strawberries, the bat juice, the Bacardi, the bat juice, because it has a bat on the label. If anybody didn't know
Okay.
that, they call it bat juice.
Oh.
And well, that was in the 80s. And then we put orange juice in it, and it just brought up that flavor, and that's what we were drinking. And then they were all blended. So, you had to drink so many of them just to get drunk, but they did put a lot of bat juice in it. So it was a little quicker than normal. But yeah, that's what we were drinking in the 80s. We just had, strawberry daiquiris.
Yep.
So you ladies, thank you. I know, Rena, you're not. Oh, let's see. Rena. Amanda. I'm
You
sorry.
said Amanda. You said
Yeah,
Amanda.
she does go by both. Her shop name is Rena's Place. So now, does anybody have plans for Mother's Day? Are you guys going to be doing something personally? I got to work tomorrow, but yeah.
Yeah. For me, my daughter and her kids are going to come over. My son, he's the one that they have the newest baby, the preemie. I think they're still on lockdown. His due date is May 17th, so I don't think they're going to take him out or go anywhere except for any mandatory doctor's appointments until after his due date. He was born the 31st of March. And I don't know if he's 4 pounds yet. He came out at just under 3.5. He is gaining weight, but I don't know at what speed or anything. That, like I said, they've got him on lockdown, so I don't really expect to see them tomorrow because, well, that's just how that is. But
Isn't that scary? Has your son mentioned how scary it is having such a little baby?
no,
It's
I mean,
not.
I know, because I've seen pictures. She's posted some pictures online of the kids, each one of the children holding the baby. So can be that scary, right?
Okay.
They've all held the preemie, right? He's there. You go. All right. So I'm looking forward to holding him. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I've got 2 blankets in the works. They're downstairs, but I've got 2 blankets in the works for him, one crochet and one knit. I'm making a knit stroller size blanket, and then the crochet blanket will be as big as it is. And the reason I say that is I'm using one of these cakes right here. Not this pretty sparkly one. I got this one for a sister. This one, this is the Yarn Arts label. But if you go to, there you go. If you go to Hirschner's, I think they still have, they call them their mill end cakes, 2 of them for $14.99. And a lot of them are the Yarn Arts or the Hobby. You don't get to choose your color, but that's pretty amazing. And Hirschner's has been having some, they had a 55-cent shipping, they had a 35-cent shipping recently. So if you ever were interested in trying these, that's perfect because you can get one of those shipping deals. You catch it just right. Under $20, you can get 2 of these mystery colors and decide, do you want to play with it? Is it something you want to work with? It's thin for a lot of people.
But so that's not as thin as the king cakes, right?
I don't
the
have
king cakes. I think is the thread. I think it's like the little.
I think they're similar. They're called a one superfine, a one superfine. So they're a fingering weight. I think they're similar. I've worked with not the King Cakes brand, but I have worked with some of them that were with like the 4 threads together that are not twisted. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have any issues working with either. I've knit with these and I've crocheted with these. Currently I'm using a size D as in dog crochet hook. And I've knit going all the way up to like a size 6. It just depends on the drape that you want. They work up beautifully. Don't be afraid to crochet with them or to knit with them. The one thing I want to do that I haven't done yet is to take 2 of these cakes that are opposite end colors kind of a thing and do a mosaic. I want to do a mosaic crochet with them, and I haven't done that yet. And I think that would be fantastic. And I know Erin from Crafting Kitty wants to do the same thing, and she's got a bunch of cakes. I have a bunch of cakes. I haven't pulled mine down, but I want to take a picture of all of the ones that I still have because I've actually used quite a few. It's surprising, but I have. I want to take a picture and have her take a picture of hers, and then we can mix and match so then we can get the colors we want for our blanket, because I don't have enough projects. No.
I was wondering how I was trying to picture how I do visualization. I mean, that's how I think things. I think in pictures. So
yeah.
If you did this in mosaic, it's like you're doing an opposite. It goes opposite, right? Okay.
Yep.
That if you're using the same colors, that would look really cool.
It's the same thing that the reason I got all of the Colorama Halo, I think I have 4 of the yellow, that beehive one, and I've got 2 of the gray. I would have gotten a couple more of the gray this last time I went to Joann, but they didn't have any. They just had the yellow. I don't need them. I haven't used any of it yet, but it's beautiful. It's soft. It's pretty. I had to have it. But that was my whole idea with that too, is to do a mosaic starting with, the dark end of the yellow and the light end of the gray, start like that, or the dark gray and the light yellow, start like that and do the crocheted pattern and just let it transition through the cake, and it'll stripe through, and you'll have that the grays, the dark to the light and the light to the dark like that. And it'd be really pretty. That was my whole goal with that. But, I got sidetracked with everything else. That's just how that works.
Is that like doing the 2 strands together or doing them separate, making
that's doing them separately. That's doing it separately.
Okay.
I haven't done a lot of mosaic crochet, and that's why I wanted to do that, because I think that would be really neat. And there are some stunning patterns out there for it. And there are some great ones that you can start from the center, or you're just doing the whole length of it. And I like the look. It's a very fancy look. It's a beautiful look. It's a technique that I haven't really worked with. And what was this year? It's the year of failure, and you can't fail if you never try. So it's time to get off my butt and try a few things, try something that I've liked, but I pushed to the back curb. I mean, that's what you're getting ready to do. You're going to show us how to do some diamond painting, right?
Yeah, that.
No, Jennifer, I have not finished the hippo. It is still in pieces downstairs.
Yeah, she has a memory like a hippo. There you go.
but like I said, I should actually go ahead and finish that maybe tonight or something like that. The goal for that is, since I have all the pieces, to do something like what Lori has currently, where she can Lori, put your hands in the camera. Put your hands on the film. That's all we see is a paper. Put your hands in front of the camera. Um, okay, maybe she can't hear me, but do something like what she has where you've got StreamYard and you can have the camera on your hands and you can set it up like what we have currently with 2 accounts, one on the iPad, one on the iPhone, you know, that type of thing. And you can film on your hands and then you can see the person's face. I've seen other people do it. They're much fancier than me. But my goal was to do that and sew the hippo together. I just haven't gotten around to that. But my saving grace is they still have the baby on lockdown. So, you know, it's not like I can come hand deliver it right now, right? Because I don't want to drive over there and just drop it off the door and not be able to come in. Yeah. So that's my excuse. Okay, it's an excuse. I admit it. It's not a saving grace. It's an excuse. But, you know, it's still an excuse. It's my valid excuse.
Okay, Jennifer has a something for Shannon.
Uh-oh. Did you check out Expression 5 Bridges of Venice shawl? Is that the pink to red one? Is that what that one is?
Uh-oh. This is your tell. Your eyes flicker when you're getting when your I found out what it is.
So I did see one. I don't know if that's the name of it. I did see one and I had put it in my cart and then I have to go back and, you know, remember whatever my password is so that I can do the checkout. And it's an ombre. Is that the one we're thinking of? Yeah. I did see it. That is stunning. And that would be so pretty in any one of those cakes, any other thing along that line. The cool thing on the cakes is if you like the colors, you don't have to think about it. It's like cheating almost, right? You know, it's just, you just let it flow and do its thing. And I have a bunch of them. So that's a cool thing. And we know I have a bunch of other yarns too that I could do stuff with. And did you take advantage of the fact that Premier has Malabrigo yarn right now? No clue how long they're going to have it. I don't know if they just got a batch and once it's gone, it's gone. I took advantage. I do have an order coming in when it comes in. We know Premier it'll be a couple weeks, right? At least. But I do have an order. I ordered a sweater quantity because there's evidently I don't have enough sweaters going on.
But the sweater's quantity is 2 of something else. So it doesn't have to be a sweater.
No, it doesn't. I ordered a sweater quantity is what I'm saying. That's what I did. Nobody else has to do that. That's what I did.
Well, you don't have to either.
Yeah. So I did. I ordered the Diana color and I ordered the black. And I want to do all the color work. Do I even have my hat right here anymore? I don't know. There it is.
I did get some. I messaged you to find out which was the biggest one without the bulky.
Okay, the Rios. The Rios is the biggest. That's a worsted weight. This is the Arroyo, and that is a sport / DK. So it can work up to like a DK weight, but you know, it's a thinner yarn. It's, you know, for a lot of people who don't like the tiny yarns, they're like, this is really thin. No, it's not, but whatever. So this is the sport, and this is the black with sunset or secret. This is the black, and secret is the color. I don't know why they named it that, but that's what they named it. And the color that I just bought was the black because I just love that contrast in the Diana. And online, it looks like a lot of the same colors as here, just the brights, the whatevers. But the other thing is with Malabrigo, it is a hand-dyed product. So from batch to batch, you're going to have some variations. I went to Ravelry and I looked at all the other projects that people did with the Diana color work, and some of it looks like it had been sitting in the sun for way too long. It hadn't, but it's, you know, it's like faded out looking, and others are dark and vibrant. I'm hoping that we get the dark and vibrant, but you know, it's a handmade product. It's like buying something from Tyler at Arcane Fiberworks. When they are handmade from batch to batch, there will be some differences. And I already picked out a pattern for the sweater that I want to make. And I think it'll blend really well with that black and that vibrant color. So I'm excited about that. And I need to work on some sweaters quickly because today's video was Magnificent 7. Yeah. You know what that is?
I voted.
Did you? I haven't. Which one did you vote for?
You didn't put a poll up. Did you list?
I did not. I just, because I want to do this more than 1 week. And I thought a poll might be irritating for people if I just continued to do a poll. Again, it's like, I already did that. Right? So it's just in the comments right now. Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, of course, voted neon. Which one did you vote?
I voted for your sister.
Yeah. I gotta find it. I'm not joking. I'm like, where are all these? I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. It'll be interesting to see which sweater. So yeah, that's my motivation to kind of get off my duff and kind of work through some of these things because, well, I do have a collection of them. And the funny part is, as you know, as soon as I finish one, another gets rotated in. Or maybe next week, I'm like, oh no, people voted for that one too much. I don't want that one. I want to put these other two in. Or as I find things and dig through,
according to your husband, you have to do what the people say.
I know. He so busted me out. He did on the he busted me out on my shawl and working with which color, it's across the room, which color I was going to use, either the corn snake that was the goldens up to the reds or the gorgeous Starry Night, which every color that you can imagine was Starry Night painting. And I was originally going to do the Starry Night. That's what I bought it for. And this shawl that I'm making is 100% what I had envisioned. And then when I showed it to everyone after getting from local yarn store day, I got that corn snake color, which was the reds in it. And when I showed those two, the comments under the video had gotten me thinking and convinced, because the comments themselves were predominantly, oh, do the corn snake, that's great, push the Starry Night to the curb. So instead of counting all of them, I did a poll, and the poll was there was a clear winner from the first votes. It was a 3-1 for Starry Night. And I had already been, psyched myself up that I was going to do the corn snake. I was going to put the red on there. And I'm like, I'm going to do it anyway. And I was like, you can't. You asked, and it's 3-1. It's not even close. Maybe if it's 50-50 or pretty close or whatever, you could say, well, it was looking this way or what have you. But it's like, no, you asked. You have to do the other one. So he kept me in line.
Okay, we got 2-minute countdown. We've got 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna hit the the diamond art. I did a little bit of it last night, and it's like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. It's so tiny. That was what my concern was, it being so tiny to be able to see it. So,
ooh. Yeah, Jennifer, the cloud packer. Yep, you set yourself up, and I'll talk to the comments then. Jennifer, the cloud packer one, that one, I'm not kidding. It scares me to get back into, because I don't know if I pulled back enough. I really don't know. I'm not joking on that. I'm like, where am I at with that? Where did I put the pattern? I don't know. Because I was going kind of on my own with that one. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, hi, Naked Snail. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in and joining us. Yeah, so I thought that was great. Lori is setting up her diamond painting right now, and she's going to show us what she's got going on. She's practiced with it before. We only see what looks like a white piece of paper, Lori, so we're not seeing if you've got anything else that you're working with.
Yeah, I have it's a reveal, because what I did was I was listening to other people chat, and they did a custom picture. So I went on Amazon to take a look and see what they were talking about, and they were not. The prices weren't exorbitant. So it's like, well, I do have my awesome little dogs, and believe it or not, there is somebody out there. His name is James. I wrote it down. Robert J. May, who is an artist, and he did I think he does paintings of 2 Chihuahuas. They're called the Innocents. And when when you have animals or something, you do a search, and this picture came up, and I'm like, what? Those are my dogs. Look at this. Oh, I guess I'll have to show it to you on the paper. It's easier to see it. Those are my dogs.
Okay, so we haven't seen anything move. That's all we've seen is the paper.
Yeah, well,
okay.
You can see that now, right?
I can. It's interesting because I can't see it on my phone. You're frozen on my phone, but I can see it over on my iPad.
There's a delay. The StreamYard is real time, okay. And then the YouTube will be a little bit delay. But as people are seeing this is the painting that he did, those are my dogs. They're brother and sister from two different litters, Pomeranian and Chihuahua mix.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. So I had to buy one of his prints, and I had it professionally framed and matted and everything, and I have it. So I thought, well, let me go do a diamond painting. This is going to be hard. Because let me zoom out here a little bit on this painting. Oh, I am zoomed. Okay. Well, it's let me do the light then. There's a lot of glare. There we go. That's a little bit better. But yeah, it's a lot of brown. And so it came with 40 colors. For anybody that does diamond art, there's 40 different colors. And there's the two dogs. I mean, it turned out great. Maybe I got one too big. I don't know. But yeah, this is going to take even longer than Lori's. Lori's been working on hers for a month or 2 months, I think. So, yeah, it's great. So what I decided to do, it came with this big old pile of drills, they call them. And oh wait, you kicked yourself out. What happened? Are you coming back? Oh, maybe there you are.
Yeah.
Did you lose internet or something?
No, you were frozen to me. I could only see you on YouTube. On StreamYard, you were still.
Oh, okay. It could be connection or something here. So yeah, it came with this big bag of drills, 40 colors. And I have in the meantime gotten some supplies occasionally. So with the little bit of experiment that I did last night, I found out this pen works best for me, so that I can hold it like this, have some control on it, and it's not, my hand doesn't go numb gripping it or anything. And I did watch some videos. So one of the girls had this fun tack, you use it with posters to put them up on the wall, and then it comes off. Well, I thought, well, let me get some of that, and I'll try it. And instead of the wax, and it works really good because you don't have to replace it all the time. It stays in the little pen and stays sticky, but also the residue stays on top of the drill. When I did a few of them last night, I noticed that, yeah, the residue stays on top of the drill. So that was not the best idea. So I do have wax. I have this little heart one, and then I have the ones that come with it that are really weird. This feels like wax lips that you could take it and chew on it for a while. So, and then, the plain old little tray that everybody has that comes with it. And this little kit came with all these little pens with the ends on them, so you could do multiples, which I may have to later. There's a lot of black up in the corner. And then came with some baggies. There's my drill. I knew I dropped it somewhere. Let me put that back in there. Okay, and it came with a scraper. Came with a little scraper to press them down a little bit. So I also have this little magnifying glass that I got, and it has a light on it. So, because I don't want to have to be wearing glasses and stuff. So what I did was, I've got this here. Everything, I have my tripod for my oh, that's not gonna work. I got the tripod for my webcam. So I move my webcam over to my ring light and have it hooked to my ring light. Oh, thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, you have a target up there, and
I do.
What is your target for? Can you explain that? What are you trying to do?
If I get 5 super chats, I will be giving away some yarn, because you guys know I have a lot of yarn, and I would love to send some to somebody. So what I will do is, in the hi Izzy, welcome. If I get enough, I will go to pick a person, a comment from the chat. Now, there's not very many people here, so your odds are really good. to win. I don't know how long I'll be staying on.
Well, your timer runs out in 4 minutes, so
Well, yeah, I know.
that's set. Well, I know, but that's what counts it for the 5. There you go.
Well, I can count. I can say I can do a giveaway anyway.
That's right. She's like, I've got power.
So I have. Let me see here. I want to turn this one on because this one's got a lot of glare on it. So let's turn that one on and turn this one off. Everything has a little light on it, and I've got a little. That's better. Okay. So that. Okay.
So you got Izzy here. We've got Helix. You got Jennifer. You've got Deb Morgana showed up. Got quite a few people here.
Oh, Deb and Helix showed up. I didn't see everybody. Hi.
Yep.
Everybody who's here. I have this little spot over here I wanted to work on, but it's not in the camera. Let me move this up a little bit. See, I knew that was going to happen. All right.
Yeah, Helix, Lori loves her puppies, and this is her first diamond painting. And she has this beautiful print that is very much what her puppies are, just 100%. And this is going to be her first task working with a diamond painting. How exciting is that? She's jumping on board. And she has a countdown for if she gets 5 donations, then she's going to be giving away a yarn prize. Since I know you just jumped on, you didn't hear that one. There you have it.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh man. I'm going to have to tape this thing. You get it in the right spot so it'll make people dizzy. There we go. Well, I might have to just move this.
Yep.
So this thing, I was watching the diamond painting with Lori and Camille, and somebody asked about this thing and it curling. And what you actually do for the curling is you pick up the paper off the top and then you lay it back down and it stops curling. Yeah. I went out and did my research. So I found out a whole bunch of tips and tricks on what to do to make diamond painting easier because we want it to be fun, right? We don't want it to be frustrating like it is right now.
Lori, you are 1 away from giving away a prize.
Oh my goodness.
Seconds. It looks like you are 1 minute away.
Oh no.
There you go.
Oh, no,
so
that's
you better
great.
start digging through your yarn.
Okay. Anyway, let's see. Let's get this.
So yep, there's one more prize or one more donation, and you're gonna be digging through yarn. I might have instigated, just saying.
This is not happening here. I'm sorry. It was there till I touched it. There we go. That's what I wanted to do right there. Okay. Now,
Felix says, "Come on, somebody! I want some yarn."
Oh, is that your hair color, Helix? I love that. That's so bright. What do you use to get it that dark? Because I use a regular dye, but me and Lori also have rinses and stuff that we use. It's awesome. Let's see. Okay, I have this little magnifying glass here that I got to look through. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to see, because the pen, I was looking with one eye and it's like you don't have any depth perception with one eye. So it was really awkward. But so you get, the idea is to take the little diamond,
17.
You guys know.
Down to 15 seconds on the goal. 14, 13. One more donation. One more donation. You got 10 seconds.
Okay, so we take the little drill, grab it from the tray, and put it in a number 5. This is the color I picked because I'm just going to do this little ball over here. Now, I framed it with the washi tape so that I could actually put my fingers on it without it sticking to the stuff, because I was having trouble with it doing that, sticking. So then I just go in and I find the number. But I do need to use both eyes because this is hard using one eye. And the paper is sticky enough to pull the little drill off. Now, using the blue Fun Tack is nice, because you don't, it's very sticky. You should not have to refill it very often, but if you put too much in, it seems to come off on the top of the drill. So that's not a good thing. So yeah, I gotta look through the magnifying glass. Okay. But yeah, this is not too bad. I can see needing a magnifier for me. Not, some people just because I had surgery, and when I had my cataract lenses put in, I had them put in for close up because I figured everything I did when I got older was going to be close up. So anything distance, I could just wear glasses, shopping or driving or things like that. So, you know, used to be when I wore glasses, I would just take my glasses off if I wanted to see close up, and I could see. That doesn't happen anymore. I can't see close up. So I have to, I'm going to have to figure out other ways to do it. Can you guys, you can see what I'm doing sort of, huh? But yeah, this color sort of blends in with the thing. But I was watching what other people were doing. They were doing one color and doing the whole thing. And that's not going to work for me because it's big. On the little stuff that might work. But on something this big, you're going to have to pick a section out. I just taped off this little section. I taped back the cellophane. Some of them aren't cellophane. Some are thicker. This is a very thick canvas, actually. It's very thick. The layer of sticky stuff. And I don't know how many gazillion are on here. Lori could probably do the math if I told her how big it was. But yeah, this is akin to getting a Lego customized to your face, which I did for my son at Legoland in California. You get a picture, or they take a shot of your face, and then they do it in grayscale, and then you put together a picture of your face. It's pretty cool. I don't think he ever did it though, because he was really into Legos. But I do not think he did put together his face. But yeah, I could see this would be different. This would be different than doing the crochet. You know, if your hands hurt, if you get to the point where you've had an injury, or you could do something like this to do.
Lori, the Naked Snail is saying that she doesn't add the wax to the tool. I've not done any of this, so I have no idea. So I don't know if that makes a difference. No clue.
You don't add wax. What do you use to get the stuff to stick on the tool so that you can transfer it over to the canvas? I have not even used the wax yet. I just got the Fun Tack, because they say you don't need to replace it as often. Once it goes in there, and I guess it's pressed down, you just use it for a long time. The girl said she didn't like it because she was constantly having to refill the wax, and it was just distracting to her. And I had another pen that I got, this one. Don't like this one as much. It's fat. It doesn't, it's kind of awkward in my hand to hold it. I did find I liked this one better when I was trying them out last night, because it's like holding a pencil instead of a knife. I guess it's a little different. And yeah, my hand's not falling asleep. This little kit came with plastic tweezers. Not very good. And then I do have this wax, which I'll probably try because it has a lid on it, which means it might stay fresh. Those little red ones, I don't know, these little pink ones. Yeah, I don't know. It's wax, but I don't know. That's what comes with the kits. Let's see, if you tilt the tip, it picks up the drill with nothing on it. Oh, you have a tattoo artist. Oh my goodness. A tattoo artist that's in diamond painting. Well, I will have to try that again with another pen. So let's see.
Oh yeah, if we haven't clicked thumbs up, let's go ahead and click the thumbs up.
Oh, Shannon, I didn't know you were going to be here. I didn't put your channel thing in there. If you type drop, it'll put your channel in there so people can subscribe to you if they have not met you before.
All right. Well, I'll put that on the. I will do that.
So I usually have that. Yeah, see this one, the little blue stuff stuck to it a little bit. So, but you know what? The amount that's stuck to it, nobody's even gonna see it because it's gonna be so big, you know. But I do like this.
So does this seem like another craft that you might actually continue to do, or
No,
one
no.
and done? Okay.
That was a quick answer, but
Yep.
if I did the smaller ones, I might do them. Something this big is daunting. This is just like, it seems overwhelming, unsurmountable. If it wasn't my dogs, I would not do it. I probably will do this one because it's the dogs. But yeah, this would take a very, very long time. The little ones, the Easter eggs, the Halloween, the coasters, the bookmarks. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Jennifer,
they're
not
very
everyone
small.
knows me. But Jennifer saying people haven't met me. Not everyone knows me. I mean, it's true. Could be that way. Yep. Helix says I'm the one that reason that she found you, Lori.
Oh, thank you
for coming and joining. Lori has been amazing. I've been following Lori for a year or 2 years before I ever started my own channel. So, yep. There you go.
Yeah, I do all kinds of things. My name is Armchair Chef because originally I was like hooked on cooking shows. I watched every reality cooking show, tons of them. I loved them, but I don't like to cook, and I don't hardly ever cook, and I don't cook really well. So I'm an armchair chef, like an armchair quarterback would be.
Yep.
So that's where my YouTube name came from, and I just never, then I got into crochet after that. But I'm into so many things. I do the shopping, the cooking, the crafting. I always say we're all multifaceted like diamonds. There's so many sides to us that people should see everything that you do. It shows maybe there's something else somebody does that you're interested in, and you're like, wow, I didn't know you did that too.
Come here, buddy. Arlo, come here.
Oh. Does your baby need you?
Oh, the door's open. He can come in. He's looking at me.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because you're talking, Mom. Who are you talking to?
I know. I'm hoping that he'll come jump on my lap, but that's not going
to happen. Aw. Hey, he can find you in there. That's your
there's
busy
a
room,
small
right?
path. Okay, there's a small
busy
path.
Room.
Let's not get all judgy in my messy room. There's a small path.
Hey, I'm a member. I saw your messy room.
Oh, it was cleaner then. It was a bit more organized at that point. It's yeah.
Have the kids ever yelled for help when stuff falls on them or they can't get out?
No, the kids think it's fun in here. I mean, they've come in here and tried to do sword fighting, and I'm like, get out, because my room has never been off limits, and they'll come in and they'll play, and yeah, it's
sword fighting. Oh, it's got to be your room, right? It's got to be.
Yeah,
can't be anywhere else.
No.
Well, now that the weather's better. I mean, you know what they said our high was going to be today? 91.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, that sucks. I don't want 90s yet.
Not yet. Helix, I have 3 Shibas. 2 of them are over 10 years old, and then the puppy is 3 years old now, and he is slightly feral. He's his own thing. He gets away with a lot because, yeah, we got him and he was just shy of feral, and he hasn't gotten much better since. But don't feel bad for me. We as multi-crafters have messy rooms. Oh, it's so true. Yes, my room is it is what it is.
Well, I
love it.
I just got a new yarn room. If any of you have not been around my channel for a while, I literally have a ton of yarn. Mm-hmm. And I only know, I think, one person who I've seen has more yarn than me that they've shown. And I think that's Yarn Geek. I think she has shown her yarn and her mother's yarn. And it's just incredible. It's unsurmountable. Yep. And I'm going to be moving, and I have like 2 units and my storage units and stuff. So I just got a bigger one, and I have a picture of it on my posting page of how big it is. I didn't realize how big it was until I walked into it. It's 20 by 24. I bought a storage unit, And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect for my yarn.
Right.
And my car will fit in there too. That just cracked me up. I was so embarrassed when I saw that. I said, this is for my stuff. This is huge. As big as my apartment.
Yep.
So I'm going to be taking my, actually, as soon as I'm done here, I have my yarn storage. I have to move over to that unit. And so I'm going to be organizing it and stuff. And I'll probably set up a camera and do a little filming over there too, of what I'm doing. Because I keep my yarn in clear plastic storage bags, because then I can see what's in it and I can put like things together, colors, types. And if it's in any kind of other kind of a bag, I just don't remember what's in it. And I'm I need to know what's in my stuff. I need to see my things. So if you're a clutter bug, yeah, I'm a B. So everything's out. If I have it in a cupboard, I don't know I have it, and then I buy more of it. It's just I have to see my stuff. And so this is actually not too bad once you get going. You feel like you're accomplishing something. It's like using fat yarn, not skinny yarn.
No fat yarn. No.
Fat yarn, bad.
Yeah. So it was funny with the premier yarn that they have, the our Malabrigo for sale right now. I had put out, because I saw it on Jennifer's Facebook and everything, and and if you do order anything from Premier and you don't have a friend that has affiliate links, I do not have them. Go out to somebody who does. I always click on Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, her links, because she gets a kickback for that. But I saw that, put forth that video. I'm digging through my stuff. Of course, I have the sock weight, and of course I have the Arroyo, which is the sport weight. And then I watched hers later on in the day, and she's digging out, and she's got Rios, and I think she was digging for the Rasta, which is the really super big one, right? So if you wanted to see them in person, watching my video and watching her video, you got to see them in person, and I was cracking up on that. It was funny. And she's doing the same thing that I was. I know I have some of this around here. Yes, you do. You've got the big stuff, I've got the small stuff, right? Just like with Lori. Yep.
I did get some. I did get the one that's, well, I wanted to mix it with I got the neutrals because I thought I need something nice to mix with all that hand-dyed stuff I have. Mm-hmm. When, like what Erin's doing, she's making that scarf. I thought, oh, that's something I could do.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that awesome? I know she's knitting and it's beautiful, but I needed neutrals to work with that. So I did get some neutrals so that I could maybe try to make something pretty, a corner to corner something, because I think that's probably the way it would look best, or an asymmetrical scarf.
Yeah, that cracked me up. I just thought you were being funny.
No, I just do it on purpose. Well, I do, but I'm like, I thought it was asymmetrical. Now that you know that I know it's not. I say it anyway.
Yes, that's totally fine. That is totally
it bugs people. I like to bug people.
Yes. Well, we all have our quirks.
Well, sometimes if you know something bugs somebody, it's just more fun to do it.
Sometimes. I agree. I'm not as passive as I used to be, like passive aggressive. I used to be pretty passive aggressive. And, our children are us on steroids.
Uh-huh.
And, my oldest son, he's got a little bit of a passive streak to him, and it cracks me up. Just the way that he'll do things, it's like, oh, you come by that honestly, baby. It is hilarious. It is funny though. Our kids are us on steroids. It's like you just hope they picked a good trait.
My son did get good stuff, and it wasn't for me.
Well, he still
got good stuff I don't have. That's nice.
Okay.
But he also got things because of his he got good things because of his circumstances. His dad was an alcoholic, and then he had a girlfriend whose father was an alcoholic. So he's really learned to let things go. Mm-hmm. He's the calming person, the calming personality, let's just relax. But he has a temper. Because I what do you call it? Instigated his temper a couple times when I was young. I said, oh, I got to stop doing that. Yeah. That's not good. So I'm like, he does have a temper. So yeah, I used to say things and he would flare up, and I'm like, nope, I can't do that.
Yep.
So yeah, but no, he learned to be calm because he was around people who were volatile. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Yep. My son had made a comment, and he said that when he was younger and everything, he said, I think I prayed for patience. Did I ever do that? I'm like, I think you did, baby. That is one that as they were growing up, I said, God answers prayers. We know this. And that is one he will answer faster than anything else. Never pray for patience, because how do you get patience? Something adverse has to come in your life, and you need to overcome that, right? That's how you end up getting patience. And he said he went through a streak at one point and everything's like, I don't know if God's real. Kids do that, right? I just don't know. He said, I think I prayed for patience because you kept telling me that is the fastest prayer that will be answered. He is the most patient individual. Things just don't rock him. He just rolls with it. Whatever it is, he just rolls with it, and he's right there. But I think he's right. That's exactly what he did. I'm like, okay. And he was joking. He's like, yeah, I'm very patient. And his wife has gotten him to kind of go off. And I'm like, woo, that is something. You got to push that child to go off. You have to push him hard. I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I think you did, buddy. I think you did. Just humorous. All right, baby, you do you.
Okay, I ran out of that, so let me see.
Well, thank you, Linda. We appreciate you being here. Linda just
okay, now Shannon's here to say hi to everybody since I'm kind of busy, but
yeah, she's
everybody
got her
that
stuff
showed up.
And Helix is going to be right back, but Linda just popped in to give a thumbs up, say hi to everybody, and just let you know that she's here and supportive. We greatly appreciate that. And I am playing the moderator role, I guess. So there you have it.
Okay, the wax won't pick up, so I'm going to have to use my little fun tack here, I guess.
So what is the fun? I don't know anything about diamond painting, Lori.
Well, the fun tack was just from a girl that, was giving me tips and tricks. And she said that she uses like glue dots. And once you stick it into the tip, it kind of stays in there for quite a while. And I can't even get the wax to go into this little tip. So I use this, and this stays sticky. And then I guess you'll need to have a pin handy to clear it out. But and then you just pick up your little dot with this stuff. Now, the glue dots, I didn't buy the glue dots, but I did get the fun tack, which is the stuff you use to put posters up on the wall that's supposed to come right off and not damage your paint.
Yeah.
So, whoops, that one. Oh, okay.
It's got a lot of moving parts and pieces.
Yeah, and they're little, and yeah. There's a lot of actually, once you get the hang of it, the preparation should already be done before you start if you've been doing it.
Okay.
But to prep it originally, it can be awkward. That's why I went out and did some research. I always like to research things to find out. I hate going in blind because, why go in blind when other people already know what they're doing and you can learn from that.
Right.
So that's usually what I'll do. So I did, and I picked up a few things here that might help me, and how to, and this washi tape I've got on here, so I'm not touching the sticky stuff, but I can hold it down. And then what you do is you just get your cellophane back over the top of it, and then you have a little roller. You can put your cellophane back over the top, and then you can roll the stuff in case you have something sticky stuck to the top of a drill. It doesn't come off. But yeah. And some of these don't come with clear cellophane. They come with it colored. It's opaque or it's white. So you could actually just cut a piece out, work on it in that little section, then put that one back on, and then take another section out. But being that this is clear, I just kind of put it back, and then I'll fold it back down over the top. But you can buy the nonstick sheets as well. to cover this stuff up if you'd rather just have it covered up and not have to see it all. That way you're just working on one little section and you're feeling like you're accomplishing something because you're getting that little section done. And even though it's so huge. So yeah, I'm sure if I'm going to do this on camera, I will have it. I thought I had it set up good until I moved something and then it kind of all went to heck. But so yeah, I think this is it. I'm done.
So this is like knitting or crocheting with lace yarn or fingering weight yarn, as far as a lot of people think. It's slow and you don't get a lot of progress quickly.
Yeah, thread. I'd say thread. But depends how big your project is. What I may do is put this aside and bring out some of the stuff, the holiday stuff I have. I have some things that I got for Easter that are still, not done. But I got keychains and magnets so that I could give them to people. You put them in packages. You send them to people for gifts. But Easter's over.
I like this idea that you've got, and then you've got the small area taped off, so then you can go ahead and work on that and definitely have that little bit of a victory. And if you have to tape off a smaller area, so to speak, and go, okay, once a week, I'm going to get this small little square done. Don't put it as too high. If you get extra, then that's bonus. Then you're happy. If you fall short, you get irritated and you get grumpy at yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, just make that make the square a little bit smaller and make it a weekly goal, not even a daily goal or whatever, a weekly goal.
Yeah, that's true. My drills got stuck to my fun tack.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
So, okay, that is my diamond painting. I'm not going to do any more right now because it's real awkward for me to do it on camera because I don't know if I have this set up the way it should because I'm having to use the magnifying glass. But anyway, what I was mainly doing was showing you this is my custom picture. Okay, that's going to be kind of awkward. Okay, my custom picture of my dogs. So let me put this back where you can see me and it might be a little nicer for the rest of the little chat here.
Can you put me as whole until you
oh, that's a good idea.
And then you can get it set up to where you're sitting there and hold it up and show us that way.
There you go. Okay.
Welcome back, Felix. Appreciate you still being here.
Thanks for that suggestion.
Yeah. Hey, this is all a learning game, right? These tools and these things that we're playing with. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So are we going to get to see your face in this live?
Yes. I'll be.
Right.
I'm just getting ready.
Yeah. So Lori's just moving the camera around so then she can show us in whole what her diamond painting will look like when it's done. This is a piece that she had custom made for herself that looks like her dogs. And I think that is wonderful.
This was inspired by, I think it was, I don't know, is Linda still in here? Linda, who was the one that had the custom diamond painting? Was it Dorothy or Margaret? I think it was was it Margaret?
I don't know if Linda's still here. She just popped in to give thumbs up, say hi to everyone, and she had to go. I think she's going to catch the replay.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me put me in here.
All right. And you might as well put yourself as the big screen so then you can really show that off too. Hi, there you go. There you are.
There I are.
There you are. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to show the whole thing so you see how big it is. That's the picture of my dogs that the guy painted that didn't even know my dogs.
That is a lot bigger than what the picture was showing. That's a big first piece.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. And that's why, look at that little teeny piece that I wanted to work on.
Yep.
It's the yarn ball. It's a yarn ball down there. And there's a pillow. And I will show you the actual painting that I had done, or the print that I bought, and I had it framed under glass. People think this is my dogs. When people have come over and said, oh, look, you got a painting done of your dogs. Yeah, I did. But no, it's amazing that the guy did this, and these are my dogs. That had to have been fate or something. Or
Yep.
just so I'm like, I have to get it because how often does that happen?
Mm-hmm.
2 dogs, a mixed breed, and the guy did a painting of them. Oh my god, yeah. And this is the instructions the kit came with. It came with the little picture, and then it came with 40 colors. 39. There's 39 drills, and then it has a little bit of instruction. And then apparently the numbers are the same as cross stitch, so you can do patterns on the cross stitch things and use these colors. So I'm going to have 40 of the colors that I can probably use for something else too.
Can you hold up your box of colors or whatever it came in? Okay, I can't hear you anymore. You know what else, Kim? Okay.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I can now. That's it? That's all of them?
This, yeah, they came in, they come in little baggies. So where are they? I have them here somewhere. I have little containers that I got at Dollar Tree that have sections in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there they are.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I got these at Dollar Tree. And they're not removable. Little removable boxes might be better, but this was $1.25. And you can put some in here. These are totally separate so that you don't mix them in between each other. Okay. You can grab fingerfuls or whatever and pull them out and drop them in your tray. You could do that. And then you can put them back in when you're done. And you could put the little label of what's in it on top. Now, do not prefer this over the individual ones. I would like those better, but this was what I got first to be able to use it for what I'm doing.
A good start and everything. Yeah. That's just the initial equipment. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to get a kit that has 120 little containers in it and then decide, no, I don't want it. And then this is the only one I have that I really have to keep. I bought other ones, on Temu and stuff, but I don't have to keep them. I can gift them if I decide I don't like this.
So Izzy has a question. What are drills? Can you explain that in this?
The little diamonds are called drills. That is what they have named them. And they come in square and round. The round ones are easier to place because they don't have to be so exact. If you get the square ones, they need to fit next to each other exactly. So it is a little bit, hi Madison, they're a little bit more harder for more of an advanced person, I would say. I think the round ones are easier, but they have called these drills. I don't think they call them diamonds because they're not diamonds. Whoever created this craft decided that's what they were going to call them, I guess. I didn't do the research on that, but these look like they're just plastic. Lots of different colors and a lot of browns in this package because the dogs are brown. There's a lot of like earth tones. I picked out the one that was blue, but yeah, there's a lot of peach. There's a lot of different shades. Just look at how many different shades there are of the same colors. It's just, yeah, there's so many of them. You get extras and they're the same numbers as cross stitch apparently. So also when you're done putting your drills on, you want to probably press them down. Ooh, that was bad. I didn't put the cover on it. You want to like press them down under the nonstick paper so that they will kind of stay where they're at. But the sticky paper, you can get this stuff blank and make your own too. That's pretty cool. So anybody else have any questions? Would you like to talk about anything else? My mermaid hat.
Oh, let's see the mermaid hat again.
Let's see. What did I do with my mermaid hat? Oh, there it is. I have to get up. I decided to participate in So Magical Michelle's Magical Make Along Mermaid Month is May. So I found this hat And I decided to make it, and I made mermaid tail for it. So
Oh, that's really cute.
I found the pattern, the tutorial online, and then I kind of did my own thing again, but my tail is a little more accurate because they are connected here in the middle in all the pictures of blankets that I saw. So I made mine connected in the middle. And then I used my Forever Fleece for this part. And then this was another yarn I had. And apparently it was meant to be because I could find it, for one. And I'm working on a scarf to match with the Forever Fleece. That's this fuzzy stuff that I got at Joann's. And whoops, apparently I'm following a bod pattern where she does around the neck and then it goes like this, and then she puts buttons on it. Whoops. She puts buttons on it and it stays like this because I don't want to make it that much longer. So I do need to make it probably about 44 inches long because it's supposed to stay like this. And what I'm going to do, since I started, I didn't know what I was going to do. This side is a little different. It's more open. And then I started doing a row of half doubles and a row of doubles alternating. So it's a little stiffer, but it's warm. And the colors kind of almost pulled a little bit. They ended up looking pretty neat. I'm going to try to make some sort of a little mermaid type accoutrement down here to stick out over or under the edge of the scarf. So when it's put together like this, it also looks like a mermaid down here too. Not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. I have to see. But I've been looking for buttons so that I can have buttons on it that look like beachy type. I've been looking at abalone, except abalone is blue and that might blend in. So I've been looking at mother of pearl. I was looking at shark's teeth, maybe to put shark teeth buttons on it, but nobody has them made into buttons. Lots of different things, starfish, shells. I've been out there looking at things. I found real starfish that were made into earrings that I was thinking about getting to put on the hat. They're actually real starfish, but they're not pretty. They're like brown because that's what happens when they die. They turn brown. I found in the wild, in the real wild, I found a purple starfish and I wanted it. But my boyfriend at the time convinced me that it was just going to dry up and stink and it wouldn't be purple anymore. So I made him buy me a purple starfish somewhere. So I had a purple starfish. It took us a while to find one, but we did. A glass one. It was a jewelry. So let me put you back. There we go. Shannon, I appreciate you being here for me. Thank you so much.
Well, especially when you had that you were looking down on your hands to see the comments and be able to respond. It does make it helps. That way you get a chance to hear what's going on. And
yeah, I know.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank you. That was sometimes things will turn out well when you kind of go off on your own. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. So never know. We have a lot of things going on. Let me talk about a couple of things that are going on that I know of. We have the bag clips that Deb is gathering and making for her granddaughter. And they can have a clip on it. They don't have to have a clip on it. You can make them. You can buy them. I bought a bunch of them at Joann's that they had on the clearance. So that oh my, you didn't make those, did you?
Yeah,
you did. Wow.
Yeah, this was when I was doing amigurumi, like we're trying to do one a week of that cute little book. This one's really
that's
cute.
right.
Look at that. That's got the little sewn on little stripies and stuff.
Wow.
Look at that. But yeah,
that's worse than a sleeve.
Well, I know, but it was when I was first starting my channel and making the little things, but I don't need them.
Okay.
This one I'm supposed
Well,
to finish for my son, so I can't give that one away.
oh, that's cute. Is that
Yeah.
is that an alien or it's not finished, right? Are you
It's
gonna
well,
do?
it can be. It's one of the Imkins, just created as you go.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
what that
Oh,
one
that
is.
were you the one that had the book that has a different top, a middle, and a bottom and
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm one of the people, right? There's a monster one and there's an Imkin one that's the same thing. There's
Okay.
multiple books like that. But
Yeah.
these are like the 20 Under the Sea, the 20 Polar Bears and everything, the little miniature books. And yeah, I can add those to your bag. I have a bag for you. I have a container already. I'm not lying. I really do. I have a stack of things that are already packaged up that just need labels to go out, and yours is
I
not.
know. That's
I know.
how my stuff ends up. My stuff ends up needing to be taped up because the dog freaks out when I get out the packaging and the tape.
Yeah, and I'll
It
need to
scares
tape all
him.
of these. Once I get the label on it, I need to tape them just to make sure they don't get damaged in the post office because it has to go through Denver.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
Mhm.
Denver
Mhm.
sucks.
Yep.
For some reason.
I know.
I don't know.
That's how we get it there. So that's fine. Let's see what else.
But if you have anything little like that you just have sitting around, you go have had craft shows, stuff's not selling or whatever, you want to donate them, you can send them to me if you have my address. I'll be forwarding a package on to Deb. We need 200 of them.
So that's what's being asked if this is an alien. This is also from the Imkin book. It's one of those that, choose your own. They have multiple head styles, arm styles, tummy styles, with or without a tail, top hat. This is the Joanne Big Twist slime color and the Joanne Sparkle Twinkle right here. And this is various scraps. These are both from the same book. It's just because we had a question, Lori.
Yeah.
There was an alien behind me. So maybe alien dinosaur thing. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It was called my name. So there we go. That's my little decoration. Is that the one that was being asked on? I'm not sure.
Well, there's a lot of stuff back there. It's all cute.
Right. So I'm not really sure, but I'm assuming that's what it was.
Were those baby socks you made to put on that thingy?
This one, I didn't make this. This was a gift exchange. So this is socks on it. Yes.
Oh, but you didn't make those. Weren't socks you made and then put them on?
No, those aren't socks.
Okay, because you have done that before, dressed up your little things.
Yep. Okay. So the Imkin book, just so you know, there are some. I don't know if there's the errata. I don't know if that's how you say it, but there's some mistakes in the book. So I made a couple of them and just kind of had to fudge it. So if you do go through it and you're like, this isn't lining up, when you read it, you know what the intent is. You know you're attaching a body. You know that you can get the intent. So do it however you have to. That's what I ended up having to do. I can't tell you exactly where the mistake was, but I do know that there were some things that were a little off. So I don't know if that helps or not, but there you have it. Let's see. So I just found the Imkin book at the library. Yeah, so Helix, if you haven't already followed a pattern 100% anyways, that works out perfectly because it'll get you there, but if you come across part when you're trying to attach that belly and you're trying to do the whatever, it's not you, it's the pattern. So just go with it. And if you've made amigurumi or anything stuff before, you can figure it out and just go, okay, it looks cute. So there you have it. Yep. Yeah, the book is kind of like follow a recipe anyway. Here's all your head choices. Here's all your body choices, your arm choices. They've got a monster book out like that too. And the book's like that thick. And that one full price is like $35 or something crazy. You can get it for less than that. But it's the same thing. It's one of those recipe books. Choose your own path. Like all of us that are of a certain age, we remember reading Goosebumps books and things like that. And it's like choose your own ending. It's the same thing.
Let's see what else we have going on. We have the So Magical Michelle Make Along. It's Mermaid Month, which is why I made my mermaid hat. Doesn't have to be mermaids. It can be anything ocean, can look like the colors. You can do diamond painting. You can do anything, a bookmark. You can make a mermaid tail. Deb made a lip balm holder that looks like a mermaid tail. I have a picture of that. That's till the end of the month. There's also a bunch of other people doing stuff. It's hard. I can't do them all. It would be nice to be able to do them all. That's why sometimes when you can double or triple dip, it comes in handy because you can make one thing and then it'll be good for more than one. Oh, there's our movie quote. Nightbot's gonna say a movie quote, and if anybody knows the answer, who said this in what movie? After all, tomorrow is another day. I have no idea. I didn't see that one, I guess.
Yeah, you had a couple of movie quotes come up.
Yeah, they go. I think I have them come up every 5 minutes or so as part of a just a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other things Nightbot does, but usually when there's a lot of people in chat, and I'm not doing something like this, it's you can play rock paper scissors. You can if certain things you say, and he'll respond. So yeah, Gone with the Wind, is that it? Huh? Yeah. See, I never saw the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
never.
That's the second Gone with the Wind one that I caught coming through today.
Yeah, there's 100 of them. So there could be repeats. There's been repeats. But yeah, there's 100 of them.
It's just there's 2 of them from the same movie.
They're pretty easy though. They are actually. They're 100 of the most common ones.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else am I working in? Oh, I found out it's bag month for things we're making Thursday. I only know like one person that's even doing that anymore. I really don't hear anybody talk about it. People were doing it, I think, until the
change. This year,
yeah.
Heather from Strings and Threads is the one that first originated. That's where the idea came from. And each year she's changed what things we're making Thursdays for. It's evolving, which I think is wonderful. This year it evolved to designing, which is great. I personally don't have that type of time to do that. I'm a daily podcaster, as you know, and that's a bit much for me. So I didn't do anything for this year. But I guess it's anyone who's doing it this year is designing a bag for this month.
Well, just going off on your own and making something could be designing, but usually it's basic, Yeah. Bags are pretty basic. So you just make a rectangle, sew it up. So I guess you designed it if you made it. So it just it's either that or what, following a pattern or
Yep. And Helix really, really wants to join in on the Mystery Yarn Challenge again, but so far nobody else has taken up the mantle. You did a great job. Elaine tried and realized that's a lot of work, and I'm not even going to try because I know that's a lot of work. Like, nope. More power to you.
Yeah, it can be frustrating. You do need a certain kind of temperament, I think, and to be able to deal with the behind the scenes stuff, with the people that don't play nice or don't play fair or don't want to play the right way. That's the hot stuff that's frustrating that nobody even knows about, because I never told anybody about that. She found out some of the stuff that was difficult, but I have been tossing the idea in my head about doing it for August, just 1 month, because that's the anniversary of when I started it. So I was thinking about just doing 1 month.
Sign me up.
I know. I got people already on the list that
Sign me up. I'll play. I will.
So yeah.
It is funny. Because Lori and I have talked on the back end when it's time to send out the yarns. I have yarn. I am not afraid of sharing my yarn. It is one of the hardest things for me to pack up a bag to send to somebody, because like, do they like this? Do they not? And then I'm over here looking, well, what's the worsted weight yarn that I can send? Because not everyone likes the smaller yarns that I have. I have a lot of smaller yarns, and it's that back and forth. So I have gone with my camera and going, hey, Lori, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Should I send this? Should I send that? Or the other thing is, it's like somebody different buys all of my yarn. My yarn does not match. It does not match each other. There is no matching yarn in this room. It is a whole room of clash. That is my yarn, and it's like, oh, we want to send something to somebody that they can make a pretty project with, and 2 or 3 different types of yarns that are similar weight, right? That they can make a pretty project with. Oh, that's interesting. There you go. Right. So it is kind of a funny one. So she's laughed at me quite a bit on the back end. That's all I'm getting at. She definitely laughed at me.
And occasionally I do a little tweaking. We have I do the drawing randomly, but sometimes randomly people get each other multiple times. So I will go in and look. I did for a while go in and look at the last month or two that somebody had somebody, and if they got the same person, I would swap people so they didn't have the same person 2 months in a row. They would have different people. And there's some people with allergies. Some people have cats. If somebody had a cat allergy, I would make sure that I did not match them up with somebody that had cats, because it gets on your stuff. And that's not fun. I'm allergic to cats too, but I haven't seemed to have a problem with the game. But yeah, I would do some tweaking behind the scenes sometimes. People that wanted somebody that lived close to them, so the postage wasn't so much. Some things like that. And I think exchanged yarn with
you did with Kevin in Canada.
Oh yeah, we would have some people play, and I didn't have anybody in Canada, so I'd send out packages just because they wanted to play, and I sent packages to Canada. Me and Michelle met each other and exchanged our yarn. So because she lives like 45 minutes south of me, so she was coming to the area, so we just in person exchanged our yarn, which was nice, so we didn't have to mail it. But that's not very many people can do that. Only I think we can, in Colorado has a few people, and I think that's it. There's not too many other people. So yeah, I'm really thinking about doing it. I have to do it. I have to decide in July, because I'm going to put I'm putting a little stricter rules on it, just because I'm doing it the one time, and just a little bit of a rule. So because I want it to be fun. So I just want really one big rule, and that's it. So I think a lot of people will want to play, because I miss it. I miss it a lot. I love seeing what people can create from stuff they're sent. That's why I sent Elaine those scrap yarn bags, because I was so excited to see what she puts together. She's just ooh, she sees something and she can make it. It's just, I can't do that kind of stuff, and it just inspires me.
It's funny. I was, you just bring up Elaine with the scrap yarn bags. I was looking at Ice Yarns. We know I don't think I've ordered from them yet. I don't think I have, but they've got their stuff in the back, at the end of the catalog, those scrap yarn things. And they do have some that were just, the colors were great. It was scrap yarn, striped yarns and what have you, and like worsted weight. So not the tiny stuff, right? And they had some bags of that were just beautiful. And I had really thought about my first order, sending to her, hey, here, you got a mystery box of scrap stuff. Have fun. They look beautiful, and I know she would do something great with them. But so I'm not the only one, I guess. So you've actually done it.
Well, that pink lace stuff, she made a hedgehog. I mean, that was adorable. That was really cute. And I've seen people use the beads to make the hedgehogs. They put beads in it, and they're really cute. So I have so much saved that I want to do. The bod yarn, I'm going to have a project I'm putting together with the bod yarn when I get it. So I have that coming up. Everybody's going to be getting their bod yarn, and everybody's going to be talking about it. And so, I've got something going on too with that when I get it. I was able to get some mystery bags from Crystal. She's still got them out. She's got stuff on Etsy. I went to her Etsy shop, and she has like huge boxes of yarn on her Etsy shop, and it's like it was nice. I did it. I have plenty of yarn now. I just did a swap, or no, I just bought one from Wanda Hardesty. She was somebody who played in my game at the very beginning, and she was getting rid of her yarn. And sometimes when people get rid of yarn, they need the money and don't want to say it, So I try to go out and support people when they're selling something. Like Elaine, I buy stuff from her because I know she uses it to support herself. She is on a fixed income. So I buy stuff from Elaine in her shop. And she makes such cute things. So I bought something from her to send to my girlfriend that won that book in Michelle's giveaway, the journal. She won the journal. So I had it sent to me, and then I'm going to put a package together, and I bought something from Elaine that she made because I can't make stuff that nice. So I'm going to put that in there and send it to her, but I'm not going to tell her I made it. No. I'm going to tell her that a good friend of mine made it, and it's adorable. So yeah, I'm making other things. I can't send them winter things because it's California. It's too hot there. I have to make other things for them. But yeah. So bag clips. Let me get back. If you have anything small like Shannon does that's sitting around that you're really not sure what to do with, or the grandkids haven't walked off with yet, little things like that. Doesn't have to have a clip on it. I have clips. Deb has clips. You can send them to me if you already have my address, or you can message me and I will give you Deb's email, and you can contact her if you have something that you would like to propose to her. If you have a bunch of stuff, I did buy a bunch from Joann's. Those are acceptable. The little Beanie Boos clips are acceptable. And yeah, I think I've got about 30 or 40 now. She needs 200. I really don't want to make them. I started to make some, but since I already bought so many, I'm thinking maybe I won't have to make any. I think that would be fair. Because it's a lot of work and I'm doing other things. I've moved on. I made the little circles of the happy face flowers, and I'm like, okay, I'm moving on to something else. But I might go back and finish them. It's not that much work.
Been there, done that. You're over it, huh?
Yeah, I know. I've got all those whips that I got to dig out. Oh yeah, when I do my storage thing and take my yarn over there, I'm going to take all my whips over there too. And I'm going to do that whip thing that everybody else is doing. Pull out some and take a look at them and decide if I'm going to finish them or not. So yeah.
That's why all my stuff has been, shoved in like this bin and things. When we moved, just like you're doing, you're going through your stuff and things were put in boxes and bags. And because I was moving, I was able to gather up all of my whips. And that's why I'm going through them. And shocking me, this is just such a shock that I actually want to finish any of them. I did not expect that. That is every time I go and I pull out something else, I'm like, oh, okay, I want to do that one too. Let me just tuck that away. Like this sweater that I've got in here. This is not on my Magnificent 7 yet. It'll get rotated in, but there's a sweater in there. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna set that right down. We didn't see that. It just, and that's not the only one. I know as I continue to go through things, I will find more that I want to finish. I don't have to cast on anything else. I don't have to grab my crochet hooks and start anything else. I'm just looking at my old stuff going, oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, but next month is June.
Okay.
Socks. You need to set a goal.
I know.
For socks. You need to set a schedule or a goal because June is next month.
Oh, what was it I've gotten, because I just finished my first pair that's, for my 10 pair, and I'm getting people in the comments and I appreciate it. It's like, ooh, 9 to go. And I'm like, oh, that hits me. That oh my God.
Yeah, 9, and there's only going to be 6 months left. So
oh my gosh, that hits me. And then you just say it's almost June. It is. I'm like, oh my, oh wow, okay, yeah.
And you're talking about sweaters, and they're big.
I know, and socks are big too. They're little big. But
yeah, they're little big. They're little
big. They don't seem like they're big, but they are big. And some people are like, oh, socks are just fast and easy. No, it's the mindless. It's you have a pair in your car, you have a pair, whatever. It's the mindless. It's not that they're fast. They're just like potato chips. You just get a couple here, a couple there, do a few rows, and sooner or later it'll get done. But, whew, yeah. Like Shannon, the sweaters here showed today were I know, the Magnificent 7. If you please make sure you vote, because that's the one I'm going to be working on for the next week. There's an accountability in this community, Helix. There is definitely an accountability. I will get called out in a nice way.
We do fun. We kind of rib each other in a fun way.
Yes.
If not, believe me, you'll know it. Because people defend each other. For sure.
Yeah, I've been definitely called out in a nice way, going, hey, what about this project? And there are some that people will bring up, and I'm scratching my head. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then I have to scroll through my videos going, oh, I did start that fill in the blank on whatever it is. You guys will stump me on things that I'm making and don't remember, right? You know?
Jennifer
Yeah.
says it only takes a few days to make her socks.
Well, I think you are fantastic. I must be doing it wrong.
I don't do socks. I mean, I made a pair of slippers that it took me longer than a couple days.
Yep. And
At a fat yarn.
Some things it depends. That's what we talked about, like those passion projects. If there's something that I jump on and it's like, I'm just gonna, well, okay, an example, if you watch Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, she is not the amigurumi queen. However, this last couple weeks, she has been just taken aback by amigurumi and all that plush yarn, you know, the big stuff that I don't like. She's making dinosaurs and chickens, and she just got on a kick. And it's like, roll with it. You do that until you can't stand them anymore. If that's what's making you happy, there you go. I've done that with hats. I have gotten on a roll with socks before. It doesn't last long. I've definitely done that with sweaters where I'll pop out, hey, here's like half of a sweater, and then it goes into timeout. But you know, jump on it and go with it, whatever your passion is. You know, Lori, you're doing the diamond painting and you just got that with your dogs. If that is your passion for the next week or two or whatever, then work on that. And then when you need a break, set it aside, work on your other things, and then come back to it. That's it. And that's why I have so many things going on. It truly is. It is. Yep.
And then you have your husband, your biggest supporter.
Who instigates.
Yeah.
That man instigates. He does. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Jennifer, what do you mean? You learned, I learned for you, or what was that? Shannon, go.
I learned from you or for you?
I don't know. Shannon's go into the timeout when she gets into, yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. The sleeves. It's the sleeves. I have a lot of vests. It's the sleeves.
Well, if you were like me and you got hot, you wouldn't bother with sleeves. I can't wear stuff with sleeves.
I don't
just
get
hot.
I don't get hot. I know a lot of people get to a certain age and like menopause, I'm hot. There you go. Yeah, that's not me. I joked. It's like, yeah, I kind of looked forward to that. No, then I get cold sweats. Like, damn it, I want something warmer anyway. So, it's just, no. Yeah. So I'm working on it. You know, I'm working on all this stuff and I'm learning. I'm getting better. That's all there is to it, right? Oh, you learned how to make socks for me, or you learned that you wanted to make socks? Because I haven't put on any tutorials on that, but you definitely learned that you're like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna make socks.
Okay, I'm gonna make an announcement since we're at the end of the live. We didn't meet our goal, and what I want to do is I'm going to give away some yarn anyway. So in the comments of the replay, I want you to type Shannon socks in a comment. But don't tell anybody, because you guys are going to, only people who watch the replay are going to know that if you watch it to the end, you're going to type Shannon socks, and I'll just look for the word socks, but put Shannon socks, and then I'll give some yarn away to somebody who I'll pick it, random comment picker. So
nice. Very nice.
We'll do that since the live's probably going to be over soon, and people may or may not get this far. You guys who are here right now are the only ones who are going to know.
So Helix has a question on how to do that. Is it Shannon ' or just Shannon socks?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just search for socks, and then it'll be Shannon socks. That's okay.
Okay. Good question. I mean, that makes a difference.
Yes.
A random bicker. Like, you want a chance, right? Let's see. No, that is fun. That is fun. And I like to watch all of this stuff and everyone's journey. Like, Lori, you are always talking about my projects aren't good. Your projects are beautiful, and you are doing a fantastic job on everything that you are making. You're stepping
thank you.
up. You are. I like the mermaid hat. And yes, I did see the video where you showed it, but it was in the background playing and I didn't get a chance to watch it, and I'll tell you why. But so that's why I'm like, I want to see it because I like the description.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I don't see because I
Yep.
I listen while I'm at work, so I can.
Right.
So then I'll go through my watch later list and I'll get rid of the stuff that I don't need to see and
Yep.
watch the other stuff again. So hi Carla, wanted to say hi.
And Helix knows that because I caught a live with her and I was at work and I was commenting back and forth and everything. And that was really cool. And then my boss showed up and I'm like, gotta go, gotta drop, bye. So if I have something on at work, I don't necessarily watch it. I might be able to hear it in the background, but that's it, right? Same thing. Office days.
Let's see. Jennifer, did you buy bod yarn? I'm curious. Did you pick any up? Also, what are you making with the Stenley? I sent her some Stenley in a yarn swap. I'm curious what she's going to make with it because it was beyond me, but I know how creative she is. So I thought she could do something with it, something beautiful. It's too skinny for me to work with it that long to make it into something pretty. Like what Shannon would do or some of you other people. I wouldn't have that kind of patience, but yeah. Oh, you did not. Okay. But what about the Stanley? I'm curious. Did you start something? I think I saw some pictures that you did something, but you sent me pictures. You did. I saw pictures. You sent me something. What yarn was that you sent me pictures of? I look on my phone sometimes and I don't always download it. Yeah, I think I got it in a bod box. You're going to make the anthology throw. Oh, okay. I haven't seen. I'll have to look that one up, see what that looks like.
It's a big circle. It's very pretty, a big circle blanket.
It's a circle. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what do we got here? We've got, oh, we got 9 people watching right now. That's nice. That's good odds, you guys. You know about the giveaway, so. And maybe I won't do Joanne's yarn because everybody has that right now. I'll do something old that nobody has anymore.
I mean, I'm waiting. You know, our stores were pretty full, and at the 50% off, I still didn't get any. Or well, I got fabric, right? Yeah, that's your fault, Lori.
I know. I saw that. I'm like,
I got the fabric.
Ooh, another project.
I know, like, oh my gosh, and I haven't done anything with that yet. You know, I cleaned my room a little bit and working on like the Magnificent 7 and the socks and the shawls and the stuff. But yeah, that gets to get added into it.
That is a big project though, because you got cut squares and
right.
It's a real project. It
is. I think I would have to take my cool little square cutting thing downstairs, cut the squares, and then figure out what I'm going to do at that point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I think it's socks. I think it's socks.
Yeah.
Before fabric for sure.
Yeah, you have a point there. It really is definitely on the socks. Like, oh, and that's my only constraint I put on myself. Everything else is fun. If I get it done, I get it done. If I don't in a certain time period, that's fine. But that's my only constraint. I love the crafting. Any stresses I put on are self-imposed. They're not external. It's not you have to get something done. No, it's self-imposed. Yeah. Just I'm good. I'm good. There you go. Yeah. Felix, I haven't held a Stenley cake either. I think it's very similar to a lot of the other cakes. But yeah, that's one of them I haven't had. I don't feel like I'm necessarily missing out because I have a whole room anyway. But one day, you know. But
I think it's like a king cake, but it has a name.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it looked like to me. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen one that struck me so much that I had to lay out the cash. That's a good way to put it.
I'm pretty sure I got it from Bod because I think it's brown. So I must have got it from her.
I can't see you necessarily buying one.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure it came in a box that I got from somebody because yeah, I would not have bought it.
Well, the pretty, you'll buy things that are gorgeous that are not necessarily a weight that you like, but that is not a weight that you normally go for. So I can't see you going out of your way to buy it.
No, I do get the mystery bag, the king cake mystery bags, which is that same kind of thing, but that's a mystery. That's different, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
So I ordered again, the Chemnitz sponsorship thing where you get a cake. She does a video and you buy one of her Etsy things, and she does a video. You pay money, and it helps her support her channel, where you get a hank of the yarn that she makes in the video, and it's very cool. So I got one of those for spring, and then I got a random mop. I got a mop, so I'm going to get her spring mystery yarn and a yarn mop that she uses to make, she sops up her stuff. And then I did one of the sponsorship things. So one of the videos she posts is going to be the yarn that she makes that I'm going to get. So she tells you when that's going to be put up, and then she sends you a hank of that yarn so you can see your yarn, and then you can watch it being made. It's very cool. So I really like her channel. She's a scientist who dyes yarn. It's very interesting. She's very technical, but bubbly, and gives you a lot of good information about what she's doing. And I have stuff to make and dye my own yarn, to dye my own yarn. I have not done that yet either. I bought, after Easter, the best time to buy Easter egg dye to dye your yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple, 2-3 boxes on clearance so that I could use some of that. Food dye, all kinds of stuff. So yeah,
I haven't done that either.
I'm getting the stuff, but I don't know. I don't want to get hooked on that. There's things I don't start because I just don't want to get hooked on it.
Nope. I get that. Yeah, like fabric and
I have a sewing machine I've never used.
Yeah,
I used to have one. Yeah,
like fabric.
I used to sew. I made stuff in junior high, really ugly stuff. But it was the age. It was the 70s. Everything was kind of ugly in the 80s, but 70s. But yeah, I know how to sew if I really want to. But.
Fun stuff. Here we go.
Magic Land yarns. Uh-oh, don't tell me. Is that something you can buy and then watch it like Chemnitz? Oh, I don't want to know that. Because that's so interesting. And I like to support these creators.
Oh, yeah, that does sound fun. I do have 2 orders coming. I found an Etsy shop and ordered some yarn, and it'll be here towards the end of the month. And if it's anything like the pictures, gorgeous. So we'll see that one. And then, of course, I got the Malabrigo from Premier, and we know that's going to be at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, because they take 7 to 10 days before they process your order. So, they're not a quick shop, but they definitely get their stuff. So I do have 2 orders coming because, there you go. That's how that works. And
Disney themed. It's Disney themed, Shannon.
All right.
Magic Land.
Yeah. My phone is about 5%. So if I disappear, we know why.
Okay.
Last time we did a live together, I just dropped off unceremoniously. That's why.
Well, we should probably start wrapping it up. Anything you want to talk about? We got about 10 minutes. If you last that long, you go first.
If I last that long, I don't know. I think anyone who watches my channel already hears everything I want to talk about, since I'm one of the daily podcasters. I do post videos every day, 6 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And I talk about everything yarn, crafting, knitting, crocheting. I'm very passionate about it, and there's just it's not fake. I'm like, I start talking about yarn. My husband's like, you go in your room and you might be tired from the day, and you go in there and then you come out like this bubbly mess. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Because I'm talking about yarn. I'm in my element. That's all there is to it on that one. Yep. So that's me in a nutshell. Your turn, Lori.
Oh, okay. You started a crochet project. You've been doing a lot of knitting, but you just started a crochet project.
Well, not just, I have a couple of them. I have this blanket with these squares. This is the Nature Swap.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, so I'm doing that with all that Joanne yarn that I got, sock yarn, because I got a ton of it, and you don't have to make socks with it, right?
Yeah.
So I have that going on.
I like the way it colors up.
Mm-hmm. They don't match. None of the squares match. It's chaos. It doesn't match. None of those things match at all. So I've got that going. where's my camera? There we go. And then I also have one that I just started with a cake yarn, and that's what I was saying. It starts in the center, but it's one of these downstairs. But it's like one of these, and I started with the yellow, and then it's going to the blues. So it looks like the sunshine and everything, and then going out to the night sky. And that's a crochet one, and that's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's the Grace blanket that I'm making for our preemie grandson, Noah. And I think that is just a perfect name, and the color's great. And there you have it. So yeah, I do both knitting and crocheting. I do more knitting just because I don't pay attention and I just have it in my hands, but I definitely do both. So thank you for bringing that up, Lori.
Well, Helix is a machine. I got to go check out her channel. I don't know if I've subscribed yet or not, but oh my goodness. Hit drop so people can find you, Helix. Mm-hmm. I got to see that video with that yarn. So,
let's see. Till 3:3. Addictive fingering viscose yarn and back to it at 7 a.m. Oh yeah. See, you got a passion project. You have a passion project.
Oh, Stitchcraft. I know that name. People talk about that.
Yep. You're up till 3:30 in the morning, then up at 7 something again working on it. That's a passion project. It is. It just, that's what that is. And you ride that wave. You're going to get that done a lot faster. Ride that wave. There you go.
Let's see. I'm like kind of distracted right now because I've got it. I mean, not now, but in general from the crocheting, I got some things done, but I've got to go get my storage unit closed out. I have a bicycle there that I couldn't put on my car because I couldn't get my hitch off to put my bike rack on it. So I'm working on that. I got to go get that and move it. And then from then it'll be kind of smooth sailing. I got to go do that as soon as we're finished here. Cause that unit, they're charging me $285 a month for that unit. Ooh. The only reason I justify having that is because it's like having a second bedroom. Mm-hmm. And that's how much I would pay if I had a 2-bedroom apartment. So I'm like, okay, that's where I keep my stuff, in my second bedroom. Well, it's gotten too high. So I'm moving everything closer to me in one unit that's cheaper. So plus I may be moving. I still say may because we don't have anything final yet. My kids wanted me to buy a house, help go in with them to buy a house. And I decided to because I'm almost ready to retire anyway. And I didn't really have a plan set up yet. So maybe this is what the plan is. Don't know. In Utah, we have a lot of basements, a lot of mother-in-law suites. So I think I can find something, get my own space. So we don't have to be in each other's way. We can still do our own thing and be able to afford to live, which is how I look at it. And then even if I do decide to leave, they can rent that space out to somebody else and still have help with their income. And so, yeah, I should have retired when they offered it, but I wasn't ready. I was not prepared at all. And they only gave us $15,000 as an incentive, and that's over time period, not even all at once. So yeah, I was not ready. I'm eligible. Yes, I'm in Utah, Salt Lake area. I can afford to retire, but I'm not prepared to retire. I mean, I've got 30 years in July, I think, and I'm old enough, but I want to work. I want something to do. If I'm off for 4 days, I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do? You know, I'm going to need some sort of a job. So I was hoping to get a part-time postal job so I could keep my benefits. That's the best part. That's the most expensive part, I think, of being retired, is having to pay for everything that your employer paid for. I think that's the hard part. So I'm looking for that because they do have station jobs sometimes in these small towns where you're only like part-time, and I'm thinking that sounds pretty good. So like Utah has small towns, Colorado has small towns. Actually, that part of the area in between Colorado and Utah has a lot of little small towns that could have part-time post office jobs in the stations. So that would be a very big option. Just have to find them and have the timing right. Be ready to go somewhere. That's really the key when you're retiring. You have to be ready for it. I mean, she's working on it. She needs more time to do her crafting.
That's true.
We have to be busy. I mean, Lisa from Happy to Hook's getting ready for it. She's planning her retirement. Her husband's retired. Your husband's retired.
Yep.
I'm just glad these men work so hard that they're able to enjoy their time off when they finally get it. My dad did, and some people can't just find things to do, and it's really nice to see it. People enjoy their retirement. They work hard and deserve it. And Shannon's gone. Okay, her phone died. Thanks for coming, Shannon. Thanks for taking care of me and moderating for me. And I've got about 6 more minutes, and I'm gonna finish up. So we will. Yes, my kids have a lawyer. Helix has a realtor. Yes. It's okay. I took you off. I want to thank everybody that helped me celebrate my birthday in the last few weeks. I didn't go get all my goodies. I just didn't have the energy to do it, to run around and get everything. Didn't even get my Krispy Kreme donut. I have some projects coming up. I have some special things coming up for the Bod Yarn. I have a special series I'm going to do with that. I'm sure you're going to hear a lot about Bod Yarn. The diamond painting, what I might do is, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it online. I might pull out a few smaller things to work on and practice it a little bit more. This is kind of intense. It's very cool. It's my dog's. So I will want to finish it. However, it is very intense. It's very, very involved. So I have some smaller things that are coasters, magnets, keychains. I might pull out some smaller things to work on. So, oh, thank you, Carla. Let's see. What have we got here? Jackie. Oh, Jackie must have come in. I didn't see you. Hi. You go to the Valley regularly. Oh gosh, yeah. Where are you at? Did you say? I didn't see it. Are you here somewhere? Because there's a few people that are here. We have somebody up in Layton, I think. I have somebody in Layton. I have somebody in Pleasant Grove. But I don't get around much. It's just too many tourists. Do you find it the same? Don't tell me. I don't even know what my own county is, okay? I'm from California. I live in West Valley, but I don't even know what county. If I'm Salt Lake or Davis, I have no idea. Carbon County. Name me a zip code. I might be able to find it. I know where a lot of the zip codes are. North, south. I worked at the Foothill Station up by the zoo, down by Salt Lake, or over by the mountains. It was really fun. And that was something I hadn't done in my 30 years. I did that for about, oh, okay, there you go. Now I recognize that. You're down there. East. Oh, you're way out there. You're south of you're south of Tooele then. I don't like going over to Tooele. I did that a couple times. There's like one way to get there and one way to get back. Don't like that at all. But you're down around the other side. I took a road trip down there once in a storm. That was interesting. There's a road that goes down that way. Oh, Colorado, east. East. Oh, sorry. My bad. Colorado. Hi, Carla. Hola. ¿Cómo está? East of Spanish Fork. So you're out by the tourist stuff then. Carbon County. Yeah, I have no idea. I bet it is. It's hot down. Are you down by St. George where it's hot? Or are you more northern than that? I think you're more north than that. I was looking on the other side. I wanted to do a road trip on the other side of that hill out there where there's a town out there where people have craft shows. One of the other girls that lives here does craft shows over there. Helper. She does craft shows. Yeah, Helper. That's it. There's a road down there that I wanted to do a road trip on. I wanted to go up to Lava Hot Springs, then go across Vernal, go by the Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, I love that show. And then come down that road and do a road trip down around the bottom, and then come through the corner of the national park. They say you can drive through a corner of it, or it's not too bad, and then just come back up. I wanted to do that, but I think that's that's probably a week trip or something, maybe 3 or 4 days, because I'm going to want to stop and see stuff. So, okay. Well, I am going to go check out your channel, and I'm going to go and see what you've got going on. I hear people talk about you, so I know I have not seen your things though, but thank you for coming to my live. Thank you everybody for showing up and experiencing my diamond painting with me, which I do need to fine tune my setup a little bit. This was kind of, I did it last night. And if I'm going to have something, I got to stick it in a spot where it's going to be done. Girl, you fossil and rock hunt. I love rock hounding. I've wanted to do that for a long time. Dugway has rock hounding, but that's on the other side of the mountain. I know this one. What movie? Here's Johnny. Jack Nicholson, The Shining. Yeah. See, they're easy. I knew they'd be easy. Okay. Thank you guys for coming. I better go. It's been 2 hours and nobody's going to want to sit through it that long. Remember, if you made it this far, there's going to be a giveaway, some yarn in the replay. Leave a comment that says Shannon's Socks, and Shannon's doesn't have to have an apostrophe. Shannon's Socks. Ooh, okay. They're not, let me see. We'll chat. And I'm going to give away some yarn. Let me see. What's today? How about till just a few days? Probably till Tuesday, and then I'll pick somebody on Wednesday, because nobody's going to watch this after the first couple days anyway. People don't sit through 2 hours after it's been up for a while. So that sounds good. And then I'll just, when you contact me, I'll find out if you have any allergies or anything, and then I'll pick something out for you. I could pick something out from the old stuff I have, because nobody probably has that anymore. The new stuff, everybody has all the Joann's yarn, so that wouldn't be any fun. Unless you need something that I have to add to your collection, that would be okay too. So, okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And I will see you out on the tubes. And so, okay. Thank you again. A nice Southern thank you. Okay. Okay, bye.